Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. I suppose the question is what everyone's saying: is this just a little bit of a Trump? Is it starting to be a more serious pullback in the market, or is this just a little breather? I think just look at the Dow futures; they're up at the moment, and certainly I think the price action last night on the Dow wasn't that negative at all. Again, it didn't sort of come back that far at all. So I think the market can. Certainly the Dow can work its way up further from here. And again, if you look at the ASX 200 here on this sort of daily chart, I think our market pretty nicely today. It bounced off that sort of swing high and bounced off absolutely perfectly. And actually, I think hopefully it is just a little bit of a breather, and this market can keep trending up, and hopefully so can. Hopefully so can the trends. I think the stocks that obviously performed well for us today was RFG. It's looking very good. Got a nice little really strong buy signal forming, and certainly could have a much stronger move up next week. It's looking excellent. Obviously NAB, these banks are performing. I'll have a look at all the banks in a second, but I think the banks have certainly all got a pretty decent trend up, and certainly we're in the NAB at the moment, and maybe could add one or two more. BAP obviously had a good day, and so did Ramsey. Domino's actually had a really interesting announcement. Came out again, sort of really flirting. The P's, the growth of Domino's is absolutely stunning. The P's are a little bit high. The market is sort of stunning a little bit of companies with high P's. It just sort of seems to be the sort of thing to do at the moment. But again, sort of you look at that sort of fantastic long-term trend. And you know what you say is, why would you sell that? It looks very, very good. So we're happy holding Domino's, and it might take us a little bit longer, but we're pretty confident we're going to make some decent money out of it over time. Like we have, I think we've traded Domino's a number of times and made over about 40-50% on Domino's the last few years. So it's been a great story for us, and I think it will continue. A bit of action actually on some of these 3-year growth stories, and one I'd just like to talk to you tonight is SomnoMed. I think SomnoMed, it's an exciting story. I think this has got to be on the radar of Fisher and Paykel and ResMed. It's an excellent. These companies, these sort of the bigger players in the sleep apnea market, are going to be struggling to get the growth that they need over the next few years. And certainly looking at companies like SomnoMed as a potential acquisition would certainly be in the cards. Again, SomnoMed in their own right are growing their earnings pretty strongly and doing very, very well in the States. And I think that sort of price action looks very, very good. And I think SomnoMed from here could easily work its way up quite a bit higher. The other stock I'd like to talk about is one we put on recently as a 3-year growth, one we believe that's obviously been unfairly sold off. And again, it's holding that $7 level very, very nicely. I think they put out an excellent announcement today, and I don't think the market really quite got it. Or they got that contract in Singapore, and this is a 3-year growth for us, and I think it's going to really lift their growth from maybe sort of mid to high single-digit growth. This could lift it back up to that sort of 15, maybe somewhere between 10 and 20 percent growth. It is, I think, an exciting deal they've done in Singapore, and for us, it just really cements our view of getting into TPG Telecom at these sort of levels. Just having a quick look, very quickly here at how these weekly buy and sell signals have actually been performing, and just having a look, they're actually doing really well. I think the stocks ARB, really sort of it's done very well. Went through that sort of buy signal very nicely. Dow a little bit down today, but again looks very bullish, and went earlier in the week went through that buy signal. BAP looks very good, like we said last night, and then WH, which has been as high as 68.5. 0.68.5 this week looks very, very bullish. Just like to say again, all those sort of Stocks that we said would be bullish this week, again, I think they're doing very, very well. Again, on a tough day, SGM up again. RFG, obviously, we're trending up again. NAB looking very good. Bank of Queensland up. ANZ. So, CG, Costa Group hitting record highs today. So, again, those sort of weekly buy and sell signals doing very, very well. Just what I would like to talk about is gold. Gold's down at the moment, and just looking at one of our favorite gold stories here, Evolution. For us, gold is now it's following this perfect pattern that a lot of the great analysts and a lot of trendsetters have always said it must do. Some of the best trend analysts in the world have said gold, before it goes to 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000, needs that final little clear out. And you know what? I didn't think it was going to happen because, you see the world with all these issues around the world at the moment, and countries and debt, where you think gold, would have started marching up maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Where it's starting to have this little clear out, and I see this as being very, very bullish for gold. And like I said, what we've got, we have with gold, I'm going to hold it because it could turn on us now. We don't know, but you know what? If it goes under 1,000, say 940 to 1,000, we just got to load up on this gold, and for us that's following a perfect charting pattern. So we're excited about gold, and again, with all those issues that we sort of talk about from time to time on Equity Story, it's so good to have a little bit of gold in your portfolio. As here, on the down day, the bear and the BBUS. One day we'll collect big time on the bear and the BBUS, and again, as our market keeps bubbling up, we'll certainly be adding to those positions. That's all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story. I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.